Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. By the way, for the yesterday's video, I want to recognize Recovery with Miss Williams. That was it for Hieros Gamos. Uh, Information, it was basic information. If you want to research it more, you can research it more. But today we're going to be talking about how can you recognize awakening within the twin flame. That was a question by Erica. And I know the energies are intense. Okay, you're all feeling it. I mean, it gotta be, I don't know, maybe within your ego, whatever situations, or so many life problems that you don't even go to the energies to realize that the energies are creating the problems. But look at it. I want to give you some of the good news that I look at it, the astrology reports, and actually on 11/11, which is the twin flame holiday. That is it when the Mars and Venus are in the divine aspects between from within each other. It's going to be a beautiful energy, but until then, right now, we have a lot of stagnance, we have a lot of rejections, we have a lot of issues from within, simply because a lot of the retrograde planets are slowing down and make things slow, moody, and you don't want to do anything with anybody for any reasons at all. But I want to say also one thing. I want to say thank you for you guys through all this journey that we've been doing this live chat daily. Okay, right now, um, we actually brought it. How can you sustain through these hard times? And if you're here, you're watching these videos, or you learn through it. That was the videos that they showing up, everything that happened during this, and people how they're coming together, they work together, they're achieving something together, and they continue going on even through the hardest times. So for you guys watching in these videos, is being in the chat with me, be it in the live and the Facebook. By the way, tonight we have a session at live. It's going to be at 8 p.m. For it, maybe 8:30. I will post it into the group. But you guys did a lot of inner work, but also you did something amazing within your own selves. We all did it together. You guys deserving the credit as well, not only at you guys give me the credit. The whole universe worked within us. Appreciate the people that did all this. Today was a lot of reflections at the beach, where the I hope it's not the last one, but I felt like it's the last day of the summer. For it, didn't feel good to say goodbye to this. I'm in love within this. Going out to the natural way, and it's very helpful to me. But it is what it is. We can't control the weather, but we can control our emotions from within. So let me recognize the people who came into the chat. To So we have Unseen and Set, Salma, Ray of Light, right? Thank you for everything. Uh, Shahrul and Lori Ann Diaz. And thank you for coming in. I know Erica is not going to be here. Erica actually warned us yesterday that she's not going to watch this video, but she is going to watch the. Um, she's going to watch. Let me close the window because a lot of noise coming up here. All right, I'm sorry about that. And how are you to recognize? It's not about to only recognize, but only to see this deep confession about love. Everything that was happening the whole time, everything that you felt, the energy, they're going to explain you the energy for it. They're going to tell you everything for it, but there's not going to be nothing hiding, nothing to because you already know within your twin flame when they're not truthful from within. You're going to learn with the force, with the energy, but also the third, the divine energy is going to be present there when they are confessing back the love to you. That confession is coming from soul. It doesn't come from anything else, and it's connecting within the divine. This is the moment before the actual union finalize it. It's coming. And when you recognize the awakening from the twin flame, is when they begin to talk about energies. They're going to be talking to you about, I felt this, I felt that, and so on. And they're going to having a question. One of the questions of awakening that your twin flame is beginning to awake, it is, what is this spatial energy between us two? They're going to feel this energy from within. They're going to have a questions. They want to have a long talk conversations. They're going to tell you, I don't know, there is something weird happens to me. I had a dream about you, or I had a vision about you. You are going to know that your twin flame is awakening. When a day comes in and they look at you, you feel the energy between you two, how the energies begin to exchange, and how you and her, or whatever your case might be, you are actually have the same thoughts from within. And the energies build up that requires communications from within you. There's going to be a lot of beautiful signs. You are going to have the signs of this awakening of your twin flame. You will know they begin to, for real, they begin to awaken from within. You will know they are going to be appear to you. They are going to be looking at you. They are going to be trying to communicate with you. They are going to begin to be what it's from within. Okay, they are going to be explained the internal side of themselves to you. That is going to be a part of the awakening from within them. They might begin to read books. They might begin to read situations. They might be doing things from within themselves for and coming into you, but they're not going to come into this intensity. They are going to be coming in with the peace from within them. They're going to be like this. But if the energy is so intense, the collective energies, you're going to feel them energies. If there is going to be negative sides of this awakening, is when they feel the energies, but your reactions in not match their expectations. And if your actions doesn't meet their expectations, then there's going to be the intense energies from within you. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel this energies within. It's like you want to run away. Why are they acting where they're reacting like this? Because they have a fight from within, because they think that the relationship, they feel the energy of the spirit from within, but the energy, it's fighting them with their basic behaviors. So they think that this connection has to be applied pretty much the same rules for it. It's like they give this and you're going to accept it because you feel that love within, but it doesn't work. Why? Because the control is still there. The control is still either within you or within your twin flame or between. And the real awakening is when I recognize this energy of pressure, putting pressure on your twin flame, putting pressure on yourself, is actual awakening is that pressure is not going to help in the connection. Usually that is at the time when you actually learning to let go. Okay, the awakening is take a long time. The awakening is the beginning, the firing, and so on. But the real awakening is when you and your twin flame recognize the things that needs to be worked out before the actual union from within, the actual confession from within. Everything begins with the confession, but it has to be continued within the truth from within. So you will know to recognizing these symptoms from within your twin flame, specifically when a day comes in with questions about the connections between you and them. They might feel you. It's very important they to feel the inner peace from within you. That gives them an inner peace from within themselves. Otherwise, it's the intense connections that every time you see them, it's like, hey, oh, I don't want to say, I don't want to talk. You experiencing this intense connections. You are having this time when your breath takes away or the energy is so intense and so on and so on. And the truth feelings is actually recognized awakening when the feelings are taught about it from within this. They might be awakening can begin to have a spiritual practices. Where we're talking about spiritual practices, they may begin to go into a yoga. They may be going to a look at it, some activities with spiritualism. They may be study ancient cultures or wisdom. They may begin all of a sudden interesting in a certain culture that they feel that they have to learn something from it, basically to remind themselves what they are. For example, with me, that was a reconnection back to India. I when I was ignited from within. Oh my God, I didn't stop watching Indian movies about love. I didn't stop. That was probably, we're talking about pretty good solid 6 7 months, because through the movies I learned more than reading a book for it. It was a beautiful time within this, and I showed that awakening, but the people didn't learn from the awakening. Most of the people, they're going to be afraid of awakening. They're going to be afraid of this magical love. They're going to be afraid of the truth. And that's why a lot of the twin flames are not together, because the truth is missing. You all know it that. You all know it that from within you. Okay, we're just confirming these energies. And I want to say that one of the huge return that's going to be when you guys are separate for a quiet time, when they return and when they say things and when they do things, how you're going to react and react from it. It all depends of how you know the things from within. Maybe you need to more talk. Maybe you need more situations. Maybe you need some more think. Maybe you need more separations. It all depends of the journey and the divine from within. But someone shared it with me. That was a yesterday actually, that their twin flame planned to go on a vacations, and he's been awakened and study a spiritual books. Okay, and he becomes to realizing the truth that it's time to stop living the lie from within. That is going to be your biggest way to recognize the awakening of the twin flame from within. Stop living the lie from within. So that was pretty good. Actually, I need to catch up with this person, but lately it's been a crazy. Got a messages of people that I need to help. Tomorrow I'm going to be very busy. Maybe we're not going to have a live chat for it. I have to travel for, but nevertheless, it is about you. Can you do the things from within your own self and look at it? What did you do with you? You might find the similar things or pretty much the same things within your twin flame. All right, guys. So now I'm heading out and have a lot of questions for you guys. Okay. So, Faye Thomas, hi, thank you for being here. Margaret, good morning to you. Asking for energy strength. My girlfriend's husband passed away last night, and I'm on our way to her house right now. Have a blessed day, everyone. Love you all. Margaret, yes, may the soul rest in peace for it. And we're saying the soul rest in peace because once the soul leaves the body, the things there from them, it's not going to give a little peace, but we praying for that peace because the peace is important for the soul, for within, and maybe everything's going to be good. You're okay with your uh, girlfriend's situations. Faye Thomas, the truth about our feelings you are speaking. I discovered the term TF in a card reading for myself long before I was ever mentioned on any broadcast. I don't know what kind of card you are talking about, card reading for it. Maybe you're talking about tarot and so on. But the term twin flame for it has been known back in the early hundreds for later on it was broadened into the term was broadened into I am that I am movement. That's what it is, and later on that term begin to be more expanded out from within because more and more people begin to be awakened and they felt that that is the connection as the same connection as a identical twins have between them. Okay, non-identical twins, that is a whole different story from within there. They may have connections, but it's not like the identical twins from to for it. Um, but we are looking at about this truth that once the twin flame begins to awaken, you feel that energy how rise in you. You feel this energy out there helping you to even bring it up. Because here how it goes for it. Your twin flame is not awakened. They begin to awaken. They rise up, and now because they rise up, you begin to rise up a little bit more, and you pull each other's up and up and up. You are actually going the steps dance. That's the dance of the twin flames when they coming together and they're spinning around and they're moving up. It's the same part that the both twin flames feel this energy because of the linkage that it's coming together within their DNA. They are working on the same thing, they are learning in the same thing, and they are connecting the same thing within the DNA. That's how that energy begins to be equalized within both individual, not only as a situations, but also within internally within inside of them. You're going to feel this energy when your twin flame awakens. You're going to know, you're going to understand, you are going to work the things out for it. So about the current energies are crazy. We are going to go through rough times, but it's going to be okay. We are going to make it. You know, it is about the storms, but it's the questions that when you become the storm, then you know what is going on from within you so far. So you guys have some any questions? Lately, you guys has been so quiet. I know that I watch and monitoring the views of the videos are slowing down. I understand that, and for they're gonna rise up again. But the inner peace that begins from within, it shows up that more and more people are catching up within the truth and living within the truth. And that's what I was looking for. To me, not the views of the channel, to me was the quality of the people rise up from within. because some of the people, especially we're talking about the people, they are feel like I should be personally attached within them, or we should have this personal relationship within the energies and so on. You guys have to look at it at an age of Aquarius. That thing is gonna go away. Okay, it is about that you connect with the person when you need it, how you need it, and so on from within. Actually, we discussed this. Energies, and it's so beautiful that this energy, it is giving you a wisdom and freedom at the same time. You guys gonna be learning this energy. You are going to get through this energy, and that's gonna be one sign personally to you that you begin to be more awakened from within. Within these energies that they're going to lead you to this path. It is the same thing if you need a plumber, you're going to a plumber shop. If you need a electricians, you go to the electrician shop. It is the same thing here. You need an astrologer, you go somewhere. You need someone with Reiki, you go somewhere. You need with someone to see the darkness from within you, you go into someone who knows how to do it. Okay, that's how it's gonna become from this age of Aquarius. But you are going to be interdependence with the person. You are in love. You are meant to be. You are within your destiny. You're gonna feel that from within. There's gonna be a lot of change within our society, but I'm seeing it like within the next 20 years. It's going to be process of change, deep process of change, beginning from behaviors and beginning from learning that it's time to have a real life in here and stop being playing with the thing called time, because time is the one more precious energy that actually we are wasting. So, Faye Thomas, we are understanding so much more from your informations. Thank you, Faye Thomas. Yeah, I got a lot of information and I gotta get it out. Uh, I've been unpacking a lot of information. A lot of information I free up. The more information free up, I'm getting a new downloads. And it's good within me. Is good with the destiny that I am from within me. For it's beautiful, okay, but sometimes it's hard on me. You guys gotta understand it. Sometimes when I wake up, I don't want to feel the collective energies. Sometimes I don't want to get into this. Sometimes I just want to be within this energies that of what I see as information from within me, but we are living currently. So, learning to be within the reality now, the inner peace actually creates a huge balance in me. Huge. I mean, I'm so happy within all these situations for it. Do you think it is common twin conflicted loving a partner but connected? Twin conflicted loving a partner but connected to a twin. What was that say about their loving two people? Ray, kind of like a little bit confusing questions in there. Do you think it is common twin conflicted loving a partner but connected to twin? Common is not about common. Yes, it exists. Actually, within the twin flames, this has been like, um, let me put the words together like a bait. Are you gonna stick to the twin flame, or are you gonna be looking somebody else? That is like the universe testing you with the fate. For so if you're connected with the twin flame, but you kind of like loving another person for it, you will probably understand that that loving person or that third party for it was actually what you are set up to see how you're gonna be act and react within this. and you probably most of people fail in there from within. Um, and what does that says about loving two people? That's mean that the person from within. Very good question, Ray. By the way, very good question. How we open up with something huge now here. So here's what we talk about for this. So I have to write actually. Uh, Let me get that. I left the windows open and the flies came in right away. That's because Sensei is walk in and walk out. So I'm going to tie this up to the astrology. So here that will be a Mars. Okay. Here we have the sun. And here we are going to have our friend Mercury. Here we are going to have a Venus. Here we are going to have the moon. And here we're going to have Lilith. I don't know, do you guys see this? Probably. You are, I don't know. You guys seen this okay? Yeah, all right. So, for the masculine side, okay, if the person haven't learned his divine masculine energy, his authority from within, and cover its words, all right, he hasn't been truly a man. For the feminine energy, if the Venus is not connecting with the moon and the Lilith is not resolved, there is always an issue. So what happens is the most masculine people, they are looking for the goddess. They are going to be looking for the wife, the mother. Usually that connects to their mother. And they never talk about the R, the Lilith that they are looking for. Okay, they never look at it about that Lilith. So if there is a third party that has a very strong Lilith, but that is an aside secretly, the masculine goes and follows of this without recognizing that if he was communicating with the Lilith of the person there is in a relationship with the feminine, guess what? That is not going to be a problem. Actually, it's going to help this person to unite the Lilith, the mother from within, and the goddess part. So the masculine can take everything. It is the similar situation about the feminine's energies. Okay? So what is about the feminine energies? Right? So the feminine energies, they're looking for someone who is the macho man, someone who is typical masculine to dissolve them and everything. For it, they're looking for the person who to be the father figure, the authoritative figure, and that part with the talking and be, honesty and so on. But usually the people are not, especially within the masculine. If there is a distorted energy of Mars, Mars is going to be looking for Venus, but he's always looking for Lilith. So now, if you're looking at for a person who is authoritative and he's good in the family as a father, guess what? You're still looking for someone who is Mars, the dream man that you've been dreaming on. So there is always a kind of like a bait for to testing you. What is inside of you? What is inside of the soul? What is the side of from within? And that's why the men who become to awaken, they're realizing that the woman they did married, they probably got married because she was more towards one of the three feminine energies. Maybe that was a the goddess part, which is they fall in love with within Venus within the person, but the rest of the two, which is the mother acting and caring, or Lilith, which is there. We tied up this to the intimacy, is not satisfied him for from within. So here is the masculine looks for another person for it. So they're gonna feel the love, the twisted love from within them. It is the same thing within the feminine, and if the feminine looking at for the person who can care, shop and go on and so on and talkative. But the women look at that secretive man that can satisfy them in the physical level. So they feel love, a secret love towards a man who is more, intimacy, sexual, or more masculine, and so on and so on. And guess what? It happens in there. But when you connecting within this, and it helps you to understand from within you what is the missing part from within you. Okay, and that's what is the distort energies are coming from, because of the wrong understanding about the female energies, and you are in a female um, you are in the female uh, understanding we're talking about, one of the three female energies, which is Venus, the Moon, and Lilith, they are not okay from within you. You may develop the masculine energy from within you. So you're suppressing these feminine energies. Now, when the man comes in, the real masculine energies, you represent the toxic masculine energy. So now the men's, they're staying away from you because they sense the wrong toxic masculine energies inside of you, and you are like, what did I did? You are not the feminine energy that you were presented yourself from within. Is the same thing with the masculine energies. Okay, the person who is not a good in the bed, who is not good as a father, he's not good of communicating, saying the things that needs to say from within, and be a wise man. That's where Mercury is there. We're talking about authority, power, and wisdom from within. That is the masculine energies. They're not connected together. Guess what? It's not going to lead you to anything else, because the feminine energies, they are intuition, they are the God particle of love, and they are in this intimacy situations from within too. So yes, there is a lot of conflict within this, but there is a lot of learning from within. Some of the people, they say, "I love my twin, but I decide to be with my soulmate," or "I love my twin, but I can't be with them because I have to be with my spouse because of my kids." By the way, this is one of the case that I'm working on to it, because of the whole marriage wasn't pretty good, and the negative energy actually hit the kid. Okay, but we are going to be working on this later on. I'm waiting for the situations to calm down a little bit for it, with that situations that I'm working. I'm not talking about personal, I'm talking about case and situation, because they ask why my kids is like this. I mean, talking about the 16-year-old boy, and situations in there, because the truth wasn't there. You will understand later on what I'm talking about. But that says is the actions is going to show up where the real love is, where the real understanding is. But that problem shows up what needs to be creating as a balance, what is needs to be available from within, because of withholding Lilith from within you, or withholding the intuition from within you, the mother side from within you, or withholding the God particle of within you, which is Venus, creates issues from within you. And it's the same thing. If one of this is wounded and you are closed off, you are beginning to develop masculine energies from within. And then when you meet your twin flame, you meet your twin flame with masculine energies, but they're the divine masculine. And they're telling you you're toxic. And you're like, what? Yeah, you are. I've seen a lot of cases lately been like this. Someone asked me, I don't know if it was in a video, that was a chat, or there was a talk. They asked me, Dio, why did all the mans, they kind of like running away from me? I'm like, look inside of you. We begin to talk and communicate and dig down. And she was wounded in the childhood. She closed herself and she begins to prove that she's powerful, she's strong, she's this authority. Where is your feminine energy? Now you love with your soul, but where is your actual feminine energy? So yeah. So when they are in a relationship or live with their partner, but also have a feeling with your twin, that is a very tough case on that. I'll tell you that if you're living with someone but you love your twin flame, I mean, you're going to feel a lot of guilt in the soul. I gotta tell you that when I was awakening, I was with my ex, and I didn't feel good. I was cheating in me when I was with my ex. I felt horrible, horrible. I was so pissed off at the person that wake me up. I was so angry at it. I was so angry at God. I'm like, what is this situations? What is all this happening? I got myself into the dark night of the soul. So um, but did a lot of things. I did a lot of wrong things, but through the wrong things, I learned a lot of things. But the most important thing I learned at the beginning, that was the power of the truth. And I messed up big time a lot of the times because of the truth is not there. But you'll learn it within time. You'll learn it that without that truth, there is no sleeping. Because I went back in the days, I went to my ex and I told her, listen, I love this girl. There is nothing I can do. I was crying myself out. I was so bad to her. I was so mean to her. Everything hurts in me right now. Just, just leave me alone for right now. I need to cry myself out. And that's what I did. Because I did not understand what twin flame is. I did a lot of mistakes in there. But later on, after the dark night of the soul, all the downloads and everything that was from within me gave me the power to overcome everything that I needed to overcome. I had a few soulmate connections that helped me to understand this journey as a twin flames more, and more from within until getting to the bottom of all this. Because the people we are living here, we don't deserve this pain. We don't deserve to waste our lives. We don't deserving not living into the truth. Our kids, our next generations, they don't deserve to passing this hurtful pain to them. So it's better we to put our crap together and we to do this. I taught my kids all this. I taught, explain it to them. I show it to them. But there was a damage I did not knew about my youngest daughter, and now it's coming out on the surface. And I appreciate to I understand it more. I studied the psychology and it helps. But you need to understand that the guilt and wasting the time that you're in love with somebody and you are living with somebody else that you are not in love with, that is more than a sin in there. You are wasting divine energy. You are lying. You are not living on your truth. What's good in there? To yourself, to it. So it is those guilty feelings that people getting, but some of the people they prefer the security, the roof over the head, the false relationships. I'll do it for my kids, and I understand that the kid's gonna grow up. They'll figure out what did you do. Always been like this. I figured out what my mom did for it. So it is what it is. But when we're talking about that, this loving situations comes in is to help you to evolve and act on the based out of the love, the beautiful love that is in the physical, with the heart, with the soul. And you might walk in the street and feeling that person, and you feel that love in you, and you're thankful that you are alive, thankful that you are living in your truth, thankful that you did something, you're experiencing that love. You are living soul in a human body. Otherwise, what? You're wasting time, energy, resources. You create fake world when you're passing fake vibrations and energies around you. You're probably surrounded with the same fake people to like, and you passing it to the next generations. And then they living the same way. They passing into the next generations. And now we are realizing how fake the world is. It is really fucked up fake world. Sometimes I don't even want to go out there. Sometimes when I communicate with people talking about the truth, you know how I feel the guilt inside of them? Tick, 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 tock, like a clock. When you feel one of their face, you just like, you make them think. Why we haven't done this for generations back, so now the world won't suffer. Why did the twin flames is coming? Because now enough is enough. Because we are not evolving. We gotta take a new road. And Ray, I really appreciate you having you here. I appreciate the energies that you're coming in, and you're too strong for this. And I want to say thank you for your questions, but you also for your support for it. Thank you. Shahrul, can no contact method or detaching is good to make the twin of awaken? Actually, the detaching will happen and no contact will happen if it has to happen. When the person doesn't value or the things are twisted or something is hidden in there, the connection begins to be a toxic. It's going to have something hidden truth or lies or deceit or something specifically when you for the first time when you feel when they actually don't tell you the truth, the vibrations of not truth within the person that you are trusted so much, that's going to trigger the downfall of the connections. You're going to trigger the no contact, you're going to trigger the separation because something didn't turn quite okay. When you ask them for accountability or responsibility or something that they said they're going to do, they didn't do it, and so on, or or whatever the minor situation is. And it can help them to be awakened, but don't force it. No, you don't have to force it. No, that happens naturally. If you force it and you're trying to make a manipulation so they can awaken, no. Divine knows the right reason. The divine knows the reasons that you do it. I mean, a lot of the people self-sabotaging on those connections. They self-sabotaging the twin flame journey like this because the twin flame has to be awakened so they can fit within their needs, not the awaken from within. Because they're not awakened, they want to awaken the other twin flame to awake something from within them. But it doesn't happen. It is a old way of I'm gonna do this and he's going to chase me, or I'm gonna do that and she's gonna be awakened. Like a lot of the twin flames think like they have to let it go of the twin flame and hopefully the dark night will come to them and it's going to awaken them and so forth, and they're trying to force the dark night of the soul of their twin. Bullshit. The truth is the one that is the reveal part when you look inside of you, that if you're the person who sabotaged the connections, the truth is this: when you get angry at God, then the truth, the divine truth is coming in when you are angry at God, and God's come back to you and it says like, what? I send you the best thing in the whole world. I send you the most beautiful love. I give you everything that you have from within you. And you telling me that you hate me and you hate that love that I created you? And you're like, I don't want to feel this anymore. And I know someone, and you drop that. And guess what? The revelation times comes in and it reveals you the whole journey. How the beautiful the world can be. How that beautiful this love, the twin flame love, is inside of you. But you die and you come back and they send you back. And now when you wake up in the morning, you're a brand new person, like you were just born. You feel like a brand new baby that need diapers. Your energy is so pure and clean. And you're wondering what the hell happened last night. You don't have memories. They pull off all the old stuff and that energy of aggravations inside of you. Yes, you can be angry. Yes, you can be like that. But it's not the same anger as before. You're never going to reach that anger anymore. It's impossible. It's been taken out. Not only as a knowledge, but at the same time as an anger from within you. So that's what you got to be very careful of. Don't create no contact for a purpose. Better work out the issues sometime instead of creating no contact, like abandonment or ghosting or so on and so on. For Maria Richards, yes, well said, Dio. I agree. Thank you, Maria Richards. Josh, love you too, man. I'm glad to have you here. Hopefully, you and your mom doing okay. Send her my regards. I appreciate the transparency. The world fucking retarded at times for a reason. There is always, if you the person does the things for reasons, and especially if he does the hidden agendas, hidden reasons, that will come up, and it's not pretty. Quantum contact with Makina James. They feel like another species. Yeah. You need to understand when you begin to awaken, you're going to feel a different species. But also, when you awaken and you show up to the other people to pull them out to awaken, they're going to feel like, yeah. But that's what we're here for. We're showing to the world how beautiful they can be. We show to the world what the love can be. what the real situation can be. Internally, I see within the young generations that they begin to open their eyes to this fake world. Okay, and I see this fight from within. But it's gonna take some time. Ray of light, love. Yes, Ray, light of love. Quantum contact. Forming a strategy and withhold and being passive aggressive is just ego. Exactly. Exactly. You pull them out and ask them, what did you do that for? They probably left you on the worst time of your life. They probably did this out of their ego to show up that they are more powerful, they are in control without understanding divine is in control. And they think that when they do all this, their manipulations will work. That doesn't happen in the twin flames. That's what I said. I seen a lot of the twin flames who damage their twin flames like this. Have you seen a runner crying their soul out because they were really, really punched by the divine for the misery they caused to their twin? You don't want to see that pain. I'm begging you not to see it. Most of you is not going to take that pain. Most of you don't know it. Mm-hmm. Because now the divine is telling them everything, and they're like, until you don't fix it, I can't help you. They don't sleep, they don't eat, they don't drink, they're just, their life falls apart. There is a lot of misery goes in their life, and so on and so on. I seen it. But when the truth comes out, the truth comes in, it heals everything from within. So for it, that's what I'm telling the twin flames. Be mindful with your behavior with your twin flame. This is not a toy. You're playing with the divine energies. They're not games. The real relationships for it is in the divine energies are not something you know. I mean, back in the 3D, you can play your games so you can learn how to behave. That's fine. But when it comes to a sacred energies and a twin flames and a God presence is there, oh, they don't want it to it. So, Faye Thomas, yes, has been there, done that, but we have cleansed that hurdle. Thank God. Yes, Faye Thomas. I admire the runners when they comes in and do this because it took them a lot of strength and truth from within to do this, and I admire it. But there we have more runners out there than actually comes in because the truth, the lack of truth is not there for it. Hi, Guy. Thank you for coming. Anna Brace, good morning. Thank you for coming in. I'm so grateful. I've attracted a very beautiful soulmate after all the suffering and pain of TF experience. Took me 3-4 years to heal. Usually after a toxic connections, toxic twin flame connections, you're not the only one. Actually, there is quite a few people who's been in a toxic relationships. It takes 3-4 years to clean up their energy from within you, the memory, the obsessions, the hold on to all the love you give to these people, and they took it for granted. It can take you even more, maybe 7 or 8. In some cases, all depends. But you got to understand that I'm so happy, Anna Bruce, if you actually are proud of yourself that you've been into the truth with all your connections that you've been, because you did what you had to do. Probably you went through a lot of hell. I mean, I even seen some people for it, and usually those toxic connections, they can last for years. Some people I talk to, they have like 10, 15 years toxic connection or toxic marriage. The damage is horrible, horrible. But when you work on yourself and you heal from within, things can happen. People are scared when you can see into their soul, of course, because you see behind the veil, even if they're talking to you and they give you all the reasons and so on, but you see behind the veil and you know that they still withholding something. And you tell them, hey, we have more things to talk about for. What are they going to do? They're going to look at it and says everything. You need to understand the ultimate relationship is based out of truth, not with something for. If you can't tell the truth, then to guess what? It is what it is. You can't move on. You can't go from within. That's how it goes. For, but yeah, that's what the situations are. Very good questions today, guys. Very good questions for. But awakening for it is when the person decides to stop lying to himself and to look from within. What do I feel? What do I really feel in me? That's how everything began. Because when that energy came from that person inside of me, I didn't know what I was feeling. I begin to search. I begin to look deep from within me. Why do I have a soul love? I never had soul love before. And that level and that magnitude. What is this soul love? Somebody has to know something about it. So I'm at work and I'm just like feeling all this love from this person. I'm like, what the hell did happen? So I began to research it. I look at soulmates. I study soulmates. He wasn't the soulmate. I knew it wasn't the soulmate. A long time ago, I was searching, search. I passed quite a few times through the term twin flame until I click one day to this twin flame thing. Like everybody says, when they talk about this twin flame thing, sometimes I wondering if it's something or it's just a thing. For it's so funny when I remember myself when I was like that, and look at in there and look the stages, look what they said, look that they say they're from different culture most of the time. They will have a culture problem to solve. They will have an age gap and so on and so on for it. And I was like, holy crap! Now what? But I forgot. And it was reminded to me, dear, did you pray that you want to have a good real life because you're not happy? You pray to me that you want to be happy. Now I give you the ultimate happiness from within. But Dio was not evolved. Dio was a mad person. He wanted here, now, in the present, right now, quickly, like most of us did. And guess what? Things didn't happen for it. But I begin to do what I was meant to do. I begin to helping the people. I evolved as a twin flame. I shared my journey out in the open. I showed through all the videos that I didn't die when I came out in the open as a twin flame. I didn't. Something happened to me? Yeah, well, I didn't, right? A lot of people have to face their fears from within. So that's what that is. If you want to know if your twin flame is awakened, you'll find out. You will see a similar patterns as your personal awakening from within. And they're going to come with one thing: peace and love from within. There will be no manipulations. There are going to be no, there could be a curiosity for it, There could be a curiosity in there because they're curious. They want to know more about this connection. That's what I said before. You always have to talk about this twin flame. Okay, this twin flame energies that from within. But it is what it is. And you need to understand the society is going to stand against it. Parents probably going to stand against it. A lot of things, friends, everyone can stand against it until divine doesn't says enough is enough. You don't want to go to that point. And I personally giving you advice, leave the things within divine hands. Don't wish them anything bad. Wish them love. Wish them peace. Wish them to understand themselves. Wish them to look from within them. Be nice and cheerful within this person and so on. And let the divine play their role within their life from within you. You have to have your responsibility, your accountability towards yourself with the divine energies, with the divine love, and as you are a twin flame. Okay, guys? So that's what this is. Hi, Nia, and beautiful words to you. Thank you, Anna Breeze. Guy, thank you. And Nia, yes. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So if you have any idea what are we going to talking about tomorrow, I'm not going to do a live chat. I'm going to be traveling. Actually, I'm going to be meeting someone from India, and I won't be doing a video. I'm going to do the astrology report, but after, because I have a meeting in another town, I have to drive. Then I have to come back, and when I come back, I have to help someone with. Situations for it, and some of the light workers needs help, so I'm going to be going over there to help out in there, do some energy work for it. All right, so thank you for the questions, guys, and if you have some more questions, go ahead and ask them now. Also think about the topic we're going to be talking about later on. Okay. Shahrul, appreciate that. You guys welcome. We are all, that's what this is because later on, there's going to be a people who's going to be watching this daily chant little by little. Okay. They're going to look at this chant and they're going to be like, oh my God, that energy was the same I had. That energy was the same I had. Later on, there's going to be help them from realizing things and so on. We are not doing this daily chant just because of us. You will understand later on that the times, these tough times, specifically from now on and next 2-3 months, we're talking about until November, December energies. We are going to go through this. There's going to be a beautiful outcomes later on. Yes. Okay. But I see some of the people, their growth, spiritual growth, energy growth is there. And it begins to be a more stronger, more cleaner, and more powerful as an amount of power. And I see this collective grow up. I see this working together, growing up. It's beautiful. Now I understand the universe, why it does all this for it. I now understand why the universe brings some of you here for. Okay, guys, so if you need some help, I'm here. If you need astrology or anything, guys, or however, let me know. All right, guys. So I'm going to have a cigarette. Okay, I need to write it down here. Fate, wise one. I don't want to say myself wise, but just doing my work, doing my destiny for fate. Thomas, you know me for a long time. So, wisdom is a good thing. We can spread out wisdom, we can spread out things. Fate, Thomas, it is about that we see the changes in the next generation. This is going to be our reward. Leaving something for the next generation after us. Changing our lives will change their lives, and they change the lives after. It's going to have this snowball effect within this, because we understand that if the generations before us and the generations before us, they did their inner work, where we would have been today as society, as a culture, as a home, as a the whole, all of us would have been different. Just to be a normal human being with understanding of spirituality and energies, and we to be honest to each other, and we to do the things right. But it's not that. It's a lot of fake world that doing things wrong, and unfortunately, we're living in the fake world. So, but people are waking. People are awakening, and I begin to see it every day, and that's keep the hope alive, right, Ray? Remember the words of Lear. We may be a little, maybe a small group of rebels, but we are the hope of this universe. We are their last hope. And so funny with that movie. You learn a lot about what actually is going on with some of those movies. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna thinking about what I'm gonna be talking about not tomorrow, but the day after, and we'll see how the energy are. We are gonna go away from Mercury retrograde. It's gonna be shifting. Giving you an energy update that if you guys haven't watched today's astro gravitational report, I actually posted who, when, and what is going to turn from retrograde to direct, and what the retrograde season of 22 is going to finish on 2023. I give all that in there. I need to understand that right now by shifting the retrogrades, you might feel lost. You may gonna feel like I don't want to do anything with this anymore. You may gonna feel like disoriented. You may gonna feel like the crapped out. You may gonna feel a very low vibrational. Guess what? It is because it's the shift. A lot of shifts going on. Be compassion, be patient, and understand, guys. The inner peace vibrations inside of you. If you reach that state within those of the new cycle I'm talking about, for it, you guys know already. The inner peace is the leading. But if you haven't developed that inner peace within you, begin to seek it from within yourself. Stop the internal wars, stop all this, and begin to reinstate the inner peace, and you see how the things begin slowly fall within its place. All right, guys, let's share the love and the peace here. And with some of you, I'm going to catch you later on the Facebook. Dio, what do you think about the theory of consciousness? Is the father masculine, Holy Spirit is the mother, intuition female? Therefore, Jesus was the child. I want attaching into this because the both all those energies that actually coexist within the person itself. For example, the mother, the feminine energy, which is the intuition. Okay, she learns. She has the intuition to understand her goddess gift and her intimacy portion. For And by doing this, she understands to appreciate the masculine energy, which is Mars, the warrior, the protector, the spiritual warrior from within, the authority of the sun, which is that represents the father, the masculine energy, and Mercury. We're talking about the communications and the speak the wise words. That's what the female actually looks ultimately for. A man who can protect her so she cannot be harmed, a man who can be authoritative from within, take responsibilities for the family, and the person who speak wise words. Okay, so it's the same thing. It's the masculine energies. What are they looking for? They're looking for this goddess ladies that's not going to be cheating on them and so on and so on. They can see this woman that is a good mother for in home. She's a good person. She understand how to care, and she can be everything within the intimacy, not within just for let's go do it because we have to do it. It's Friday. You guys get that point from within. The man also loves to be loved. So they are actually correlated from within. And can you imagine a proper masculine energy that it's wise, that it's has this masculine energy, not only in a bed, but talking about masculine warrior of protections, take care of the family and speaking the right things. Okay, because speaking the right things, it is that sometimes you have to be really hey, don't do this, don't do that, and so on. That is the authority. A female who not respecting the authority within the man, she doesn't respect herself from within. Got it? This is distort feminine energy for. But you need to understand these correlations. We're gonna be transforming more about these energies for. But it is the wisdom in there. Okay, the masculine looks for the wisdom of the feminine. Is the same thing. The feminine looks the wisdom within the man. But since we are so distorted with situations, with damages, and so on, as the Telos one said, the whole humanity it's basically narcissistic. Why? Because we were told to look the wrong things. We were told to be the wrong things. We were hurt, and now we develop something else from within. And guess what? The world is upside down. It's not right, not going the right directions. And now the twin flames are coming and they want to clear the path for it. So that's what this is, guys. Okay. So Indigo Quantum, thank you for coming to the chat. You're welcome. And Salma, you're welcome for it. Hopefully you understand because imagine a child with the proper masculine understanding and the proper feminine understanding. What could be that child? What that could be? The proper gravitations. It's going to be the child of the universe. All right, guys? That's what the universe wants from us. Okay? Be loved, guys. I'll see you later. All right? Yes, a balanced child.